Welcome to Faith on Film, a program designed to keep you informed of everything that's happening in the world of faith and family entertainment. Now, let me start off by saying Happy New Year. Yes, I've dated this show. And if you're watching the show on its premiere date, then New Year's just happened a few days ago maybe. So we're now in 2021, which I'm so happy because 2020 was a real mess. But anyway, here we are in 2021. And as you notice, I'm on a whole different set. No, it's not my set. But it does belong to my guest for today's program. In fact, let me introduce our guest today. Chuckie Perez, also known as Chuckie P, is a Christian singer, songwriter, recording artist, television host, and music and television producer. And I think he's also an actor now. We'll talk about that a little bit. In 2016, Chuckie turned a longtime dream into a reality when he launched a television program. The Chuckie Perez Show is a new late-night variety talk show featuring musical performances, comedy sketches, celebrity guests, interviews, stand-ups, and more family-friendly entertainment. The Chuckie Perez Show can be seen on several television networks and on demand on several streaming platforms, including Parables TV. Now, his wife, Rosie Perez, is also here with us today. Rosie studied at Rhema Bible Training College and gets the Endurance Award for being married to Chuckie Perez since 1996. It's a lot of endurance. Now, I do know that her favorite quote is, "She thought she could, so she did."
You looked me up.
I looked you up. And
there's a stalker in the house.
See, me on the other hand was, I don't think I can, but I did it anyway.
I'm still waiting for this guy you just talked about to come on out.
No, that would be you. Welcome to Faith on Film, guys.
Hey, thanks, Isaac.
Now, this is your set for a new show you're doing. And I'm grateful to you for letting me use it.
We're premiering it on your network.
Yes, you are.
Parables TV.
But before that, you also had another show. Before that, you were involved in music. You've been around for a while, so why don't you start off there?
What do you mean by that?
You've been
around for a long time.
You've been around.
Now, why don't you tell us, though, how you even got started in entertainment?
Oh, gosh. In music or what?
Well,
all right.
Yeah,
so,
in the beginning.
So grew up.
When you were a fetus.
Oh, yeah, okay. So my parents were in a gospel quartet.
Okay.
And so I was like 5 years old, and I'd see them rehearsing, and they traveled all through Southern California. I mean, they would do 200 plus dates a year.
Yeah.
And so I started doing, I was 5 years old, I'd run up there and start rehearsing with them. And so they'd be singing songs like, I'm so glad to be part of the family of God, you know. And they were called the Latin messengers, you know, los mensajeros in Spanish. So I would hit these high notes and stuff, and I thought it was the awesome thing to do. Now later on, you go through this little 11-year-old rebellious thing, and I didn't want to sing in church, and she threw me up. My mom said, "No, you're going to sing with your sister in church." So I'm like, okay, they're pastoring now, so I get up there and I'm like, okay, I am persuaded. Wasn't that neither death nor life. Right? I didn't want to sing, but then I would see the response of the crowd. I'd see this after, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. That looked pretty. Oh,
yeah, you like it.
Cool. You know, it's like they clapped. Okay, so I got a little bit more in singing, but I didn't take it serious till I was out of high school. I went on the road that's a whole nother story for a whole nother show. As a manager, a road manager, I had promoted my first concert, which was nuts. All excited about being saved, and promoted a concert for some rock band, Christian rock band, because I wanted to see people get saved. So out of that, I meet this artist named John Gibson, and I went with my sister. She was a big fan. I didn't know who he was, and started talking to his manager at the time. And they said, "Hey man, would you like to promote a concert for John?" I said, "Sure." You know, I was 18. So I promoted a concert for him. Nobody showed up because I didn't promote nothing about him. 40 people showed up. You know, it held like 800. So out of that, I did a demo. I got interested in music. Started seeing how the do's and don'ts of performing and ministering and so on. I just started building a love for it. And within a year after I was 20, I get a record deal.
Nice.
I mean, it was just God, because it literally fell on my lap, you know. Did a little 3-song demo, and two of the songs went on the record, and one of the songs ended up being the title of the record. And so I was like literally the first, and they say to this day, if you ask them if they're sincere, pioneer of Christian hip hop and dance music. And after that, the rest is history. I started signing other record deals, done with the record. My video's playing now on TBN, music video, hey, whatever. And then all of a sudden, that led to a television show later on.
Okay,
you know.
let's wait on that.
So.
We're going to talk about that on the next segment. But first, I want to know, where did you come in this picture?
Gosh.
Was it when he was already the famous Chuckie P, or?
No, he was out promoting. I had just moved out here, and my sister invited me out to a bake sale. And I'm like, I don't want to go. And I'm from Orange County, and summers are nice and cool there. The highest is probably 80. Is like, oh my gosh, it's hot. But then moving out here to the Inland Empire, it's super hot. Like, where you're glad you're saved and you're not going to hell. Kind of hot. Well, I'm there. I finally agreed to go with her, and it was a youth group out there. Crazy guy comes along. He has long hair. He has wearing
Shorts.
but with a leather jacket.
Oh my God.
A leather biker.
Biker jacket. And I'm like, who is this crazy guy? Does he not know it's so hot out here? It's like 100 and some degrees out here. And that was it.
She fell in love with me.
No.
No.
No, I'm like, that was my first impression of him. He's crazy.
I was promoting the concert. I was
Yeah.
passing flyers out for this concert.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. So I
And
wasn't,
that's it.
Did you throw away his clothes after you got married? Because my wife did that to me.
No, she recently did something that she sold my
I
Lakers
did.
back-to-back leather jacket
My
I did.
in a garage sale.
I used to
I
wear
know.
rather funky, colorful stuff. When I got married, my wife took it.
No, I
Dumped
didn't.
it
No,
out.
she's let me dress pretty
No,
funky.
to me, I probably put a lot more patterns on than he does. so he probably would want to throw some of my stuff out.
Well,
We're a lot of black.
before I get you guys in trouble at all, tell you what, let's take a break, and then when we come back, let's talk about that show that you just alluded to a little while ago.
Will do.
That took you from music into television at this point, all right? Folks, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Encourage TV. Family-friendly and faith-friendly content absolutely free. Subscribe today and watch hundreds of hours of content on our streaming channels. Visit encouragetv.com today.
You know they say it's really big.
What's really big?
Noah's Ark, silly.
Oh, I know. It's bigger than the size of our house.
It's a little bigger than that.
Like the size of 2 houses. No, 2 houses and a spaceship. I bet it's even bigger than the castle.
Don't be ridiculous. That's impossible.
This summer, think bigger.
Only one university in the nation was chosen to demonstrate at the World Equestrian Games, and it's the only Christian university in the South offering an equine management major. Only one university produced the video leading into coverage for the Games, and it's the only university with students hired as part of a broadcast crew for 9 Olympic Games. One university, equipping students for a lifetime of leadership and service. Asbury University. Start here, impact the world.
Welcome back. We are here with my friends Chuckie and Rosie. Now, Chuckie and Rosie, you guys have a new show that you're working on.
Yes.
But before that, you had a show on TBN that now is, of course, available on Parables. But I remember when I first saw your pilot, I just thought, man, this is a really cool show for a Christian Christian show, or
Yeah.
it had that really cool nighttime look, sort of like a Jay Leno type of a
Yeah.
thing. how did you transition from music to doing a TV show?
I don't know. it was weird for me because I'm usually on this side being interviewed. Now it's a little uncomfortable being interviewed, to be honest with you. But definitely back then, I was used to being interviewed, and all of a sudden I had to interview other people.
Yeah.
I'm like, but it was one of those, another God moment. Long story short, as quick as I could tell it, I went through major surgery. A major heart surgery, and God spared my life and everything. But for the following year, nobody would book me to sing. Everybody was scared. I don't know. They didn't know all the details, so they thought maybe I'd conk out dead on their platform. Or I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. It wouldn't be really, really good media for them. But I think they were all afraid at the time, and so I couldn't get a booking. I couldn't, nothing going on. All of a sudden, almost a year to the date, I get a call from a friend of ours at TBN, Juice. And hey, Chuckie, there's this new Latin TBN thing they're doing. You want to come on out and I'll introduce you to the head of it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking maybe I get to sing. Maybe this could kind of get me going again. Up until that point, Juice was just playing some music videos, old ones of mine. So I get down there, I meet the lady, and she just says, do you have the show? And I said, I can have it to you in 3 weeks. And I left there. True story. Left there and I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. I went and did a little green screen commercial for them. I didn't get to sing. And then Rosie goes, what show? And I said, I don't know. I'm going to have to come up with a show. They think I have a show. So I called every friend I knew at the time. We didn't know each other back then. I would have called you. And you probably would have done it for me. But I called some guys that did camera work, some comedian I knew, some Brian Duncan with the band, and I convinced everybody. I said, hey, TBN wants me to do a show. See how I did that? I kind of made. So I said, TBN wants me to do a show. So, and they said, yeah, and Brian goes, yeah, man, yeah, I'll do it. So I said, okay. So I finally convinced everybody to do it. And we did a pilot. We did 4 shows. And I finally it took 3 months actually instead of 3 weeks. Yeah. I sent it to her, never heard from her. She never said anything. I'm like, okay. So then I called up our friend Mark. I said, hey, Mark, I sent it to her. Oh, really? Well, send it to me. And I said, okay, I'll send a copy. I'll check it out. And it was the same day I'm in a sandwich shop. He goes, dude, okay. I remember, Mark. He goes, okay, we want the show. You can use our. And I said, what? You can use our studio. You could, whatever you need. Let's talk. And so all of a sudden, I'm there, and we're doing the show at TBN on their old set, which is perfect for late night. And they had the city and the cityscape and all that. And then they moved us to the new set, and we did,
which was really cool too.
Yeah,
even better, And we did like 30 episodes there. And before that, I met you. I sent it. I don't know how we got in contact. Who got us?
I don't remember. But I remember seeing the show.
Yeah, and I sent you the pilot. You saw the pilot, and you said, yeah, let's do it. And then I told you the opportunity, and you were so cool. You said, take it to TBN. You said, get your feet wet over there. Go over there and just, And I said, really? And I said, yeah, do that. And we'll talk later. And you did. It was the best decision. It was so kind of you to do that. And I think that's a credit to your character. That's how I knew. I said, this guy's a good guy. If I can tell you right now, Isaac is an awesome guy. And so God's used you through the years. We have the show. We have the episodes on Parables. It was on Uplift when Uplift was running. And then now we're doing this, and then you're doing your thing. It's just amazing, So that's how the show came about.
God has just kind of taken us on this really cool road here together, actually.
Yeah. And I always call you, and I call him for advice. I'm like, dude, I don't know. We're miking stuff up here now. I don't know what I'm doing. I just know how to talk. That's about it. Sing, whatever. So.
And by the way, you said you were uncomfortable that you would suddenly have to be the interviewer versus the interviewee.
Yeah.
It is a difficult thing. I didn't know how difficult it was until I started doing it, because I've always been a behind-the-scenes kind of a guy.
Right.
But then God said, I want you to do this show, interview people in the film industry, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll do that. But my first show, which was with Nancy Stafford, I look at it now and I go, oh my goodness, that guy doesn't know what he's doing. She's not only an actress, but she's also an author. And so I made the comment, so I understand you're an author. You got books?
No. What did you say?
And afterwards, I'm like, what did I just say? That's ridiculous. You got books? And I remember that bugged me for a long time.
But she seems, I mean, you know her, I don't know her, but when I ran into her one time, she seemed so sweet and kind.
Wonderful lady.
Very humble. And I'm like,
She's the one that when she saw on Facebook that I was doing this show, she said, I want to be your first guest.
oh, that's cool.
So we got. And then another time that it's a total screw up on my part is I was interviewing another actress, Francine Locke, and for some reason I had just been talking to Nancy, so I kept calling her Nancy. So I'd introduce the show, and I got my good friend on the show today, Nancy. How are you doing? And she'd go, I'm Francine. I must have done it like 10 times.
Oh.
So it's not that easy being the interviewer.
I'm worse.
No.
And she knows this about me. No, I'm worse. I don't remember names. And
I'm probably the worst one.
I don't remember names. I don't remember names. And I've had guests on where, you know, I'll just be honest with you, I don't have time to read books. I don't like reading that much, and that says a lot probably. But I sit there and interview people, and I'm like, oh, this book, chapter 2 is amazing. You know,
Never
never read the book. sorry.
Yeah.
But
Or his secret.
Yeah.
I'm his secret.
Yeah. Yeah. She's my secret reader.
Yeah.
She'll read the book while we're driving, and she's reading it
I'm
out
his
loud
Cliff
to me.
Notes.
That's why I married her. But we got, the thing is, she was on. I pulled it out of her. We started doing some skits, some novella skits on my show, and so I made her an actress. And I mean, she's beautiful, so it's like that was easy, you know. But just getting her out of her, she's usually a behind the scenes person and checks. You know. But no, I said God wouldn't waste all the good looks on you if you weren't meant to be in front of the camera. So.
Well, see, I'm glad you were able to do that. I cannot get my wife in front of it. No. She's definitely behind the scenes.
And you're like, nah.
She's definitely behind the scenes. Well, I'm glad now. So together now, you guys have a show. Because before it was your show. It was a Chuckie Perez show. You were hogging all the limelight, and but she was on it in some of these skits. But now you guys are having a new show called The Chuckie and Rosie Show.
Just Chuckie and Rosie.
Chuckie and Rosie.
Yeah.
Chuckie and Rosie.
It's Chuckie and Rosie.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take another break. When we come back, you're going to tell us all about Chuckie and Rosie.
All right. Sounds good.
Folks, don't go away because we're going to hear all about Chuckie and Rosie.
You know, I never realized how much work goes into taking care of horses.
You think that's hard? Try taking care of thousands of animals at the same time.
Go ahead. Think bigger.
Just one life, a perfect unlife. And your heart starts beating hard. I'm gonna keep on dreaming. I wanna feel that love. I wanna get that feeling. I wanna get that feeling.
Christian filmmaking.
Have you ever considered being an actor or director of a major feature film? But what if God is calling you to do just that? Let this be your pulpit.
And you learn filmmaking on 2 backlots, a first-century backlot and a small-town backlot under the watchful eyes of Christian professional filmmakers like Dr. Mark Kuchin. So what are you waiting for?
469-655-3222. Transformation Film Institute, a place where passion meets purpose.
I wonder if penguins have knees. I wonder how many colors we can't see. I wonder why there's so many stars in the universe. I wonder if we ever looked like apes.
You want to find out?
I wonder if puppies have belly buttons.
Welcome back to Faith on Film. We are here on the set of the Chuckie and Rosie show. Actually, no, it's not my set. Maybe one day I'll have a wonderful set like this, but this is your set. So you had the Chuckie Perez Show, and again, that was a wonderful show. You can watch it on Parables TV on demand.
And it's not over yet.
No.
We're still doing some other
There's
stuff.
going to be more,
Yeah.
and I know you mentioned that not too long ago that you had some plans.
Yeah.
Can't fully talk about them yet, but
I'll tell you off camera.
it's coming. There you go. And I'll reveal the secret.
Oh, yeah.
But now you've got a new show. It's a little bit different. It's not that nighttime, with a live band and the thing, but
Comedy and
it's a
stuff.
lot more intimate.
Yeah.
How did this come about?
I was looking for somewhere, and I told where I could actually just be me completely, and not be so. Because when you're the host of the Chuckie Perez Show, it is just about making people laugh, and you have to be really high on your game and up, and everything's like this. And I said, you know what? We don't wake up that way. So we wake up like we our normal day is we go
wake up like this.
Yes. No. She goes like this, and her hair's all done up and everything.
Wind blowing.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
But we head to the coffee, we go to Starbucks, we have our coffee, and we talk about stuff and stuff that happened. And so what we thought is we just put that on film for whatever reason. Anybody cares to see that? We put that on tape and talk about our lives.
Yeah, we talk about everyday stuff. We talk about his career, what's going on with my stuff, my
She's got
businesses.
businesses. She's got 3 businesses. So
Yeah, and what's going on with the kids,
She pays the
and
bills.
even
somebody has to pay the bills. While I'm playing little fun stuff, she's paying the bills.
and just everyday today stuff, things we encounter. For one thing, we were at the store and we're looking for picture hooks. So we're like, where are they? And so we say, oh, that person works here. So we go say, where are the picture hooks? And he goes,
It was at a Target.
yeah. He goes, what did he say? He said something like, where are...
No, I said, where are the picture hooks?
Yeah.
What are they for?
Yes, what are they for?
Pictures.
Yeah, we're like, oh,
That's this
pictures?
generation, by the way. So,
Yeah.
But we talk about everything. We talk about what we ate last
Yeah.
night. So we open up that way, and then we get an interesting guest, like we have you on our show.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure
And
that was really
That
brilliant.
is. We get to see other people's lives. So we always have a guest that we interview. Sometimes it gets really deep and spiritual and just, But
And then there was me.
Then it was you. Then I was like, no, but we really just want to just uplift people. Just kind of encourage them, and somewhere they can turn on and watch the show, laugh a little bit, relate to us, and they hear some awesome guests. Talk about their book, their music, their movie, whatever they're doing at the time. And so it's kind of what it is. And you get a little insight. You get a lot of insight into our life, and we share personal stuff. So it's fun.
Nice. Now, in a minute, tell us a little bit about how you got from, okay, you went from music to TV, and then you actually went into movies a little bit?
Oh, Lord.
Are you a big-time actor now?
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing here. No. In 30 seconds, you have a lot of guests come on your show. You know that. And one of them just said, or a few of them said, hey, I got a part for you. Really? And I'm always like, that's cool. So I played a lawyer in one, speaking part, some crooked lawyer, and then recently played a cowboy and got to shoot and kill the good guy. And then I got killed.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I mean, it's just like, it's a movie, man. It's a dream, It's like you're playing cowboys and Indians,
I interview pretty much nothing but film people. Nobody has ever said, hey, I got a part for you. Well, I shouldn't say that. There is one guy that said that. He hasn't done the film yet, though.
It'll happen.
And I did have one where I went and I played the church guy. That was it. I did have a line, though.
There you go.
I got the back of my head
Yeah,
in
she
one.
was the back in the movie.
So, yeah.
But you know what you do? Is you kind of just say, okay, I'll have you on the show. I need a part in your movie, though.
There
You
you
got to
go.
negotiate it. You got to negotiate.
I'm gonna have to make that happen because, to be honest with you, I have always wanted to be in films. But
It's
when I was young, I actually got an agent and everything. My dad took me to an audition in Paramount Studios.
Oh.
We walked in. My dad saw the element. And I grew up Christian, and he just did not like it. Yeah, he said, "This is not for you." And we turned around and walked out. I was devastated, and since then I've never. That's it. I never until now. I'm seeing at least an opportunity.
I tell you what. I know we don't got running out of time probably, but it's a hard job. I was like, I had to be there at 6 in the morning. And I waited all day one thing. And my part didn't even come up. I just sat there and waited like this.
We'll do it tomorrow.
I should really think about what I'm saying.
TV's a little easier. So.
Yeah, it is. Well, listen, how can people follow you?
Instagram, look for Chuckie and Rosie, and Facebook right now. Chuckie and Rosie.
Instagram and Facebook, Chuckie and Rosie.
Chuckie and Rosie at gmail.com. You can email us.
That'd be your. You don't want to give your address and bank account and all that?
Let me see. Credit card information.
Well, listen, thank you guys again for being on my show.
Thank you so much.
For letting me use your set here. I'm sure we'll do this again, hopefully, and just get an update on what's happening with
definitely.
the Rosie Show.
Yes.
Folks, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Encourage TV. Family-friendly and faith-friendly content absolutely free. Subscribe today and watch hundreds of hours of content on our streaming channels. Visit encouragetv.com today.
Meet Will. Will wants to make a movie based in Bible times. No, maybe a Western. Well, maybe an apocalyptic movie. A biblical era apocalyptic Western? That would be so original. But Will needs some sweet sets to bring it to life, and Will is 25,352 miles away from any of those sweet, sweet sets. Or so he thinks. Fortunately for Will, there is a solution. Introducing Capernaum Studios, your ticket to realistic locations and everything else you need to bring your period-accurate story to life. Book a tour today, like Will, who is, yet to leave.
Welcome back. We've come to the end of the show, and I want to thank again Chuckie and Rosie for not only being on the show, but allowing me the use of their set.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime.
Well, good. I'm going to take you up.
Tomorrow, it's yours.
Well, don't forget that you can write me at faithonfilmtv@gmail.com. I sure would love to hear from you. That's at faithonfilmtv@gmail.com. And of course, you can always follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Faith on Film TV. And don't forget to check out Parables TV, a place where you can watch all kinds of wonderful content, movies, documentaries, and Chuckie Perez's show. You can watch that there on demand. All you have to do is go to parables.tv. That's parables.tv. And the great thing about it is that it's free, no subscription fee. Well, remember, if you want to have a healthy soul, you've got to feed it some good, healthy entertainment. Until next week, take care.